the OEM one from factory, and then VIS OEM style rear trunk.
M4 with the carbon fiber trunk.
We go on the beat.
Another video with the M. Quick update if you guys don't recall from previous videos, but we do have the brand new carbon fiber CS front hood with the clear vent. We went with the luminous tint, sterling silver, reflective tint all around. My windows are down right now, but if you guys can peep in the back, we have a surprise for today. Now that surprise is the install of our carbon fiber trunk. I was reading on forums, supposedly these are made of a carbon fiber composite on the F82 M4s, not on the F80 M3s, but only on the M4s for some reason. So we are going to take this off, we're going to disassemble everything, and we're going to compare the two to, you know, compare and contrast exactly how much lighter, if not heavier, the carbon fiber one is compared to the carbon fiber composite OEM one from factory. For the actual disassembly, we already took the license plate off. We're going to take off these two Phillips screws so we can release this, because we are going to have to transfer a bunch of this stuff over from the lights to the camera to the license plate frame, tail lights, and our carbon fiber spoiler, but also the inner sides and the hinge for closing up the trunk. Step one, the license plate holder, two Phillips screws. Let's pop these off. Next thing's next, the inner guards to then take out the inner lining and everything. The plastic hinges right here, they unclip and you push them down to take off the bolts, two Phillips in the middle, and then we have our small little plastic ones right here that you can see we took all of them out. Now we can just pop this liner off. And then last but not least, of course, is our emergency handle right there. Take that out, and then we just bring this down. You can leave the emergency there for now. Taking out our inner tail lights, we are gonna have to take these bump stops out. But the big thing here is the actual hinge for the trunk latch. I believe it's gonna be a T50, but we'll clarify once we take that off. For the trunk latch, it's gonna be a T30, two bolts, and I'm gonna slide it out from the inner side of the actual trunk. So for the hood latch, all it is, the two T30s, and then a small little sensor right there, unclip that. We can put this to the side for now and continue the disassembly. All wiring is out. Everything from the rear view camera to the license plate lights. For the license plate lights, all you have to do, you just got to pull on them. There's no little tab or anything. For the camera on the inside, you just got to push down and then out. Everything else is actually pretty simple. We took the trunk off camera just because it's a two-person job. One person removes the 12mm bolts, the other one holds it to make sure you don't crack your rear windshield. But let's go compare and contrast and reveal the new one to you guys. So here we have the original one, the OEM one from factory, and then our carbon fiber one. Full carbon fiber VIS OEM style rear trunk. I was looking for the CSL type one, the extended like duck bill, but being that I found this first, I was like, you know what, I'll just take this one. You can tell it does not come with an OEM badge, so I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to transfer it over. You can see this is where the license plate bolts are going to go. It does have a space for our LED license lights and our rear view camera, as well as the handle. Inner tail lights we will swap over, and then duckbill M4 style rear spoiler will also be attached. What we're going to do right now, we're going to take off the lights and any of the accessories, and then compare and contrast which one is actually lighter. A lot of people say they weigh the same, but we're going to really compare and contrast now that we have it here in hand to figure out whether or not, you know, a carbon one is really more aesthetic, or if it's actually performance and you can save a couple and shave off some pounds. Got my assistant over there helping me out. Shout out to Peluchin. But we are still gonna compare and contrast the two, so I thought, you know, might as well just put one of those on the inner side, and then we can see what the contrast is. And then after that, it's really just trying to take this inner handle and camera out so we can swap it over. But these clips are kind of tedious. This is the latch. A sensor does go here. This is the camera, and then the lights. So one thing to note The clip goes towards the inner side. Actually, it goes from the bottom in like that. And then we have the other one, same thing. They all go one way. It's a universal part. There's no left or right on this. So we're gonna plug this in. I'm not gonna lie, this job takes a little longer than I expected, just because you don't want to break anything. So we're taking our time. From the quick comparison and from just honestly lifting the two, the carbon fiber one is slightly lighter. We're not exactly sure how much, just because we have the scale upstairs and we're not trying to go get it, but just be assured, although this one is rather light, and I can kind of lift it up with one hand. Actually, I can lift it up with one hand. It's still relatively heavy, as opposed to the carbon fiber one, which is a little bit lighter. So apart from being aesthetically pleasing, it is, you know, lighter for performance modifications in regards to shaving some weight off. Not too much, not drastic changes, but ever so slightly. Just something to keep in mind if you plan on buying a carbon fiber trunk and replacing it for your OEM one. Now we got to transfer over to the bump stops. These, I found that you get a pick tool and you literally just push in those little plastic bits. Once you push those in, pop these out, and then I'm thinking I might swap over the actual weather stripping right here, but I don't think the other one requires it, so I think we're gonna leave this on the OEM one. I'm truly excited to see this thing on the car. I mean, we got a bunch of carbon on the M, so we can only add more, and when that's on, I think it's gonna give the rear end a different look. Still 50-50 on whether I'm gonna wrap it and leave some part exposed, but for now it is gonna be exposed. So take a look at the M without an actual bump rear trunk. I don't know, we might have to take it out to the track like this.
Inside, baby.
Yes sir, more like inside because we're in the garage, but you guys see it. Next thing's next, get the carbon on the car. Here we go, you guys see it, the carbon trunk. Well, let's check out the fitment real quick. You want to check how that fitment's going to be looking like? This side is looking pretty spot on. Yeah,
Podemos probar con el lap porque aquí sí está bien.
yeah, también.
Está bien aquí.
Yeah. Not bad. Damn, look at that difference that carbon be hitting. And it matches with the carbon roof. Damn. All right, now before you obviously connect and reassemble everything, you want to make sure that your tail lights work. So we're gonna test it out. And boom, just like that, we're good to go. All right, let's open it up and we'll go from here. All we gotta do is just reassemble everything now. The trunk is in. The trunk is on. Wiring is basically done. The only part left is basically the handle, the camera, and the license plate lights that go in there. You guys can see. But one thing to note with this piece right here, once you take it off from your OEM one, you are gonna need some 3M tape to stick it back on because it comes factory 3M taped on. You guys can see we have our carbon fiber trunk spoiler. We're gonna match that up there, and damn, look at that, carbon on carbon, beautiful effect. So let's get some 3M tape on this and then we can slap this on. Latch is on, all wiring is connected, plugged in. You might need to fidget a bit to get this to line up to the basically the latch. There is a sensor on it, so do remember to plug that in. Camera, the lights, they're in. Just gotta get our license plate on, but that's for the end. We're gonna tighten it up, T30. Snug it, not too much, just so we can see where it's at. And then we can adjust, close this up. Interior is in. The side plastic guards are on for the trunk hinges. Only thing to do now is close it up. And boom, the trunk is on. Now I can't say how nice this looks. It's a bit dirty right now. We are gonna clean it up, but you guys see it, everything works. But Luchine has some carbon there for his car. But look at that. And the best part is the actual trunk still opens and everything. Full functionality. Let's pull this out, let's clean it, and then give you guys basically a walk around of the car. But install is complete. I'm loving this car again, and all over with the new details that it has. You guys see the decal.
Here you guys have it. The car is out now. M4 with the carbon fiber trunk, as well as the M4 style carbon lip spoiler. I don't know about you guys, but I am digging it. It looks super nice. Contrast with the black goes well. Now talk about fitment. Fitment wise, slightly perfect. Not too drastic. You can always adjust it and make for a much cleaner fitment, but with tail lights, with the body panels, it just looks amazing. What I love about this is the fact that it goes carbon with my carbon roof and then my carbon hood. So it's literally carbon all on top, and it just complements the rear end super nicely. Now I'm still debating on whether to get the carbon emblems or to get the original ones or leave it as is. I don't know, but it looks pretty clean. I know sometimes I get people who ask what car this is because, you know, it's debadged, so you can't really tell, but I mean, everything down to the detail, it just works perfectly. Trunk and everything works. Button opens and closes. Perfect, flawless. Now I do plan on doing some photo shoots with it sooner than later once I get, you know, this thing cleaned up and looking proper. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about the trunk, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Keep it authentic, y'all. Till the next one.